So what advice would you give to anyone listening to this that is finding themselves having played the game of working hard, getting the good grades, getting the job, and then feeling disillusioned? What's the first step you'd advise them to take?
So I think the first step is, I would say, do whatever you can that's in your control to make the things that you're doing feel more worthwhile. And there's a specific way of thinking about this. So when sociologists do studies on measuring people's like life satisfaction and happiness and stuff, one way of doing it is by giving people surveys to be like, how happy are you? But there's another method which is, I think, more interesting, and that is where they give you like a little pager, or I think these days it's like an app on your phone, and randomly throughout the day they'll ask you a question on this app, and the question will be, would you like to fast forward what you're currently doing? So they look at what proportion of someone's life would they want to fast forward. And so, for example, even though I enjoyed working as a doctor, if you gave me the option to fast forward the workday to the end of the workday so I could go home and do what I really loved, I would take that option most of the time. That's not a fun place to be, because that means, especially if it's work, at least 8 hours of your life, at least a third of your life, you would rather not experience than experience, which sociologists would say means that you're more likely to be depressed, more likely to feel unfulfilled, more likely to feel like life is not worth living because you would choose to fast forward it. And so I think the first step, and this is a question I always ask myself, if I ever have that feeling that, I would choose to fast forward this moment, then I need to take a step back and think, okay, maybe I'm stuck in this job for now, but what can I do right now to at least try and enjoy the process? And I think this is something that anyone can apply.